Welcome to Relaxing History. Leave all the noise and the rush of the day outside the door. Now, take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders and let your mind float through the dusty but fascinating pages of history. Tonight, we embark on a peaceful journey among the shadows of the past. If you are ready, let's unlock time.
Chapter 1 of 3, The Sanctuary on Rue Lomond. This night, we are traveling to the city of poets, of artists, and of scientists. We are traveling to Paris. The year is 1902. It is a late autumn night, the kind of night that belongs entirely to the rain. We find ourselves in the 5th arrondissement, the Latin Quarter. The streets here are narrow and winding, paved with uneven cobblestones that have been polished by centuries of footsteps. Tonight, they are shining like black mirrors. A steady, gentle rain is falling over the city. Pitter, patter, pitter, patter. It taps against the slate roofs of the tall apartment buildings. It drips from the iron balconies. It washes the dust from the plane trees lining the boulevards. The city is asleep. The cafes are closed. The chairs are stacked on the tables. The only light comes from the gas street lamps. They cast a warm, flickering yellow glow through the mist, creating pools of light in the darkness. Walking down the Rue Lomond is a solitary figure, Marie. She is dressed in black, a long, heavy wool dress that brushes the tops of her boots. She holds a large black umbrella over her head. Listen to the sound of the rain on the tight fabric of the umbrella. Tump, tump, tump. It is a rhythmic, drum-like sound, a private shelter moving through the night. She feels safe under it, a small island of dryness in a wet world. The air is cold, damp. It smells of wet stone, of fallen leaves, and of the coal smoke drifting from thousands of Parisian chimneys. It is a nostalgic smell, the perfume of November. Marie walks with purpose, but she does not rush. She enjoys the solitude. Her mind is already busy, not with worries, but with numbers, with equations, with the elegant structure of the universe. She stops in front of a large pair of wooden gates. Number 10, Rue Lomond, the School of Physics and Chemistry. She pushes a smaller door cut into the gate. It opens with a heavy clack. She steps inside. She crosses a courtyard. It is an overgrown garden. Weeds and wild grass push up through the gravel. In the rain, it looks like an enchanted forest. At the far end of the courtyard stands a building. It does not look like a palace of science. It looks like a shed, a wooden hangar with a glass roof. The paint is peeling. The wood is weathered gray. This is the place. This is where the magic happens. Marie reaches the door. She closes her umbrella. Snap. She shakes the water off. Swish. Swish. She unlocks the door with a heavy iron key. Click, turn. She steps inside. Is less than #0. 5 hash is greater than, and closes the door against the wind. The silence is instant. The sound of the city is cut off. The sound of the rain becomes distant. A soft drumming on the glass skylights high above. The room is large. It has a high ceiling. It is filled with long wooden tables. And on every table, there are glass vessels, beakers, flasks, funnels. They glint faintly in the shadows, like a forest of glass. It is chilly inside. The shed is drafty, but Marie knows what to do. She walks to the center of the room, to the large, cast iron stove. It is the heart of the laboratory. It is a round, black cylinder standing on sturdy legs. She opens the iron door of the stove. Screech. She takes a small shovel. She scoops up some coal from a bucket. The coal is black and shiny like diamonds. She feeds the stove. Rattle. Clatter. She strikes a match. She lights the kindling at the bottom. She stands there for a moment, watching the flames catch. Yellow, orange, blue. The fire begins to roar softly, a hollow, sucking sound as the heat rises up the chimney. Whoosh. The cast iron begins to warm up. It starts to radiate heat. Marie takes off her damp coat. She hangs it on a peg near the door. She takes off. Her hat is less than #0. 5 hash is greater than. She rubs her hands together in front of the stove. She feels the warmth penetrating her skin, thawing her fingers. She takes a deep breath. The air in here is different. It does not smell of the rain. It smells of chemistry, a sharp, metallic scent, mixed with the smell of the coal fire and the faint, dusty smell of the wooden floorboards. To Marie, this is the sweetest smell in the world. It is the smell of discovery. She looks around her kingdom. The shadows are long. The corners are dark. But she is not afraid of the dark because she knows what is hiding in it. She is alone. Pierre is home sleeping. The students are gone. It is just her, the rain on the roof, and the elements waiting to be found. She feels a deep sense of peace settle over her shoulders, heavier and warmer than her wool coat. She is exactly where she belongs, safe, quiet, ready. Chapter 2 of 3, The Blue Light in the Dark. Marie turns away from the warmth of the cast iron stove. The heat stays with her for a moment as she walks across the wooden floorboards. Creak, creak. The floor is uneven here, worn down by years of pacing. She approaches her workbench. It is a long, heavy table made of pine. The wood is stained with acid burns and black rings from hot cauldrons. To anyone else, it might look like a mess. But to Marie, it is perfect order. Every bottle has its place. Every funnel has its stand. She reaches up and adjusts the gas lamp hanging above the table. She turns the small brass valve. Hiss. The gas flows. The flame brightens inside the glass globe. It casts a clean, white light over her work area, pushing back the shadows of the large shed. She sits down on a simple wooden stool. It is hard and backless, but she does not notice the discomfort. She pulls her notebook closer. It is a thick book with a black cover. The pages are covered in grid lines. She picks up her pen, a simple dip pen with a steel nib. She dips it into the inkwell. Click! The black ink coats the metal. She begins to write. Date, November 1902. Temperature, 6 degrees. Experiment, fractional crystallization. Listen to the sound of the pen. Scritch, scratch. Scritch is less than #0. 5# is greater than. It is a sharp, precise sound, like a skate on ice. She records the weights. She records the times. Her handwriting is small, angular, controlled. She sets the pen down. Now the work begins. On the table, there are rows of evaporating dishes, small white porcelain bowls. Inside them is the precious liquid, the distilled essence of the pitchblende ore. She has been boiling and filtering this material for years. Tons of rock, reduced to just a few grams of liquid. She picks up a glass stirring rod. She gently stirs the liquid in the first bowl. Tink, tink, tink. The glass rod hits the side of the porcelain. A delicate, musical chime. She is looking for crystals. Tiny, white crystals forming at the bottom. This is how she separates the element. The radium crystals form faster than the barium ones. It is a race of atoms, and she is the referee. She lifts a large glass flask. It is heavy, filled with a clear solution. She pours it through a funnel lined with filter paper. Listen to the liquid. Glug, glug, trickle. It flows slowly, drop by drop, drip, drip, drip. It requires infinite patience. You cannot rush chemistry. You must wait for nature to take its course. Marie watches the drops fall. It is hypnotic, a water clock measuring the silence of the night. Above her head, the rain picks up again. It beats harder against the glass skylights of the roof. Thrum, thrum. The sound echoes in the large, empty space. Occasionally, a gust of wind rattles the loose window frames. Rattle. But Marie is safe in her circle of gaslight. The storm outside only makes her concentration deeper. It wraps the laboratory in a cocoon of isolation. She works for hours, pouring, measuring, writing, pouring, measuring, writing. It is a rhythm, a dance of hands and glass. Her movements are efficient. She never spills a drop. These drops are worth more than diamonds. They are the fruit of her life's labor. She feels a cramp in her shoulder. She pauses. She rolls her neck. Pop. She takes a deep breath. The air is thick with the smell of the lab. It smells of ozone. A crisp, electric smell. It smells of dust burning on the gas lamps. She looks at the row of test tubes standing in the rack. There are dozens of them, standing like soldiers. They contain the most concentrated samples. She wonders. She has seen it before, fleetingly, but tonight she wants to see it properly. She puts down her glass rod. She wipes her hands on her apron. She stands up. She walks to the gas lamp above her table. She reaches for the valve. She turns it. Hiss. Click. The light dies. She walks to the next lamp, and the next. One by one, she extinguishes the lights of the 20th century. The room gets darker and darker. The shadows of the corners rush in to fill the space. Finally, only the red glow of the stove remains in the distance. Marie stands in the dark. She waits for her eyes to adjust. She counts the seconds in her head. 1, 2, 3. The blackness is heavy, silent, and then they appear on the wooden table. The test tubes are glowing. It is not a bright light. It is a soft, faint luminescence, a ghostly blue, or perhaps a pale green. It is hard to describe. It is a color that does not belong to the day. It looks like captured moonlight. It looks like a row of fireflies trapped in glass. Marie steps closer. She holds her breath. The light is steady. It does not flicker like a flame. It comes from within the matter itself. It is energy, pure, silent energy, radiating out into the dark. She leans down, bringing her face level with the rack. Her eyes are wide, reflecting the tiny blue points of light. She smiles, a small, private smile in the dark. "My beautiful lights," she whispers. Her voice echoes softly in the high ceiling. She feels a profound sense of affection for these little tubes. She feels like a mother watching her children sleep. She touches the wooden rack gently, not touching the glass, just being near it. The glow seems to pulse with the rhythm of the rain on the roof. Patter, glow, patter, glow. She stays there for a long time, just watching. She does not need to analyze it right now. She does not need to measure it. She just needs to witness it. The mystery of the universe, glowing in a drafty shed in Paris. The darkness of the room feels protective. The blue light feels magical. It is a moment of perfect suspension, between the known and the unknown, between the work of the day and the rest of the night. She feels the fatigue of the day melting away, replaced by a sense of wonder. This light will shine forever, long after she is gone. But for tonight, it shines just for her. She closes her eyes for a moment, letting the image of the blue light burn into her mind, a beacon of peace in the dark. Chapter 3 of 3. The walk home and the heavy quilt, Marie stands in the darkness for one moment longer, storing the image of the blue light in her memory. Then she sighs. It is a happy sigh, but it is time to go. The night is deepening. She walks back to the gas valve. She turns it just slightly. Hiss. A small flame pops back into existence. Not bright enough to work by, but bright enough to see her way out. She begins the ritual of closing down. She covers the test tubes with a heavy cloth, hiding the glow, putting the elements to sleep. She wipes her pen one last time. She closes the black notebook. Thud. The cover is heavy. It holds the secrets of the universe, but for now, it is just a book on a table. She walks to the cast iron stove in the center of the room. The fire has burned down to a bed of glowing red coals. She takes the iron shovel. She scoops up some gray ash from the tray below. She sprinkles it gently over the embers. Shh, shh. The sound is soft, like sand falling. The red glow is covered. The fire will sleep until morning. She walks to the door. She takes her coat from the peg. It is heavy wool, still slightly damp from the journey in, but she puts it on gratefully. She fastens the buttons, one by one, large black buttons. She wraps her scarf around her neck, tucking her chin in. She picks up her umbrella. She takes the lantern she uses for the street. She opens the door of the shed. Creak. The cool night air rushes in to meet her. It kisses her face, waking her up just enough to walk home. She steps out. She turns the key in the heavy iron lock. Clack, clack. She tests the handle. It is secure. The science is safe. She walks back across the overgrown courtyard. The rain has stopped now. It is just a fine mist hanging in the air. A kraken, as the Parisians call it. The gravel crunches wetly under her boots. Crunch, crunch. She steps out onto the Rue Lomond. The street is deserted. Paris is silent. Even the distant carriages have stopped running. There is only the rhythmic drip, drip of water falling from the eaves of the buildings. Marie begins her walk home. She walks past the Pantheon. The giant dome looms in the dark, a mountain of stone watching over the Latin Quarter. She walks past the Sorbonne. The halls of learning are dark and empty. Her boots make a steady sound on the cobblestones. Clip, clop, clip, clop. It is a hypnotic rhythm. She counts her steps. It clears her mind. She does not think about atomic weights now. She thinks about the simple pleasure of walking. She looks at the gas street lamps reflected in the puddles. Long streaks of yellow gold shivering in the black water. The city feels like a painting that has been washed clean by the rain. She reaches her building. It is a simple apartment house. She pushes the heavy front door. It is open. She steps into the foyer. It smells of floor wax and old wood. She climbs the stairs. 5 flights up. There is no elevator. Step, step, step. She holds the wooden banister. It is polished smooth by thousands of hands. The climb is good. It tires her legs out completely, preparing her body for rest. She reaches her landing. She unlocks her door quietly. Click. She enters. The apartment is warm. Pierre has kept the fire going. She listens. The house is silent. She can hear the faint sound of Pierre breathing in the bedroom. He is asleep. She moves like a shadow so she does not wake him. She walks to the small kitchen area. She places her keys on the table. Jingle. She begins to undress. The process is slow. Victorian clothing is complex. She unbuttons her heavy coat. She hangs it up. The wool smells of the fresh rain. She sits on a wooden chair to take off her boots. This is the best moment of the day. She unlaces them. She pulls one off. Thump. Then the other. Thump. She wiggles her toes in her stockings. The relief is instant. Her feet feel light. She walks to the wash basin. She pours some water from a pitcher. It is room temperature. She washes her hands. She washes them thoroughly, scrubbing away the dust of the lab, scrubbing away the ink. Splash, splash. The water feels silky. She dries them on a soft towel. Her hands are rough, marked by her work, but they are strong hands. She unpins her hair. She takes the pins out one by one. Her hair falls down her back. She picks up a brush. Brush, brush, brush. The repetitive motion is soothing. With every stroke, the tension leaves her scalp. She braids her hair loosely for the night. She walks into the bedroom. The curtains are drawn tight. The room is dark, save for the faint glow of the street lamp coming through the crack in the drapes. She puts on her nightgown, simple white cotton. She goes to the bed. It is a large, soft bed, covered in a traditional edredon, a massive, puffy feather quilt, common in Europe. It looks like a giant cloud resting on the mattress. Marie climbs in. The sheets are cool, crisp linen. She shivers for a second. Then she pulls the heavy quilt up. Is less than #0. 5 hashes greater than. The weight of the feathers presses down on her. It is incredibly heavy and incredibly comforting. It is like a hug that covers her entire body. Within seconds, her body heat begins to warm the space under the quilt. She creates a warm little nest. She lies on her back, looking up at the dark ceiling. She listens to the silence of the room, the silence of Pierre sleeping beside her, the silence of the city outside. Her eyes feel heavy. Her mind begins to drift back to the shed, but not to the work, just to the light. She closes her eyes. In the darkness behind her eyelids, she sees it again. The blue glow, soft, radiant, peaceful. It is not science anymore. It is a nightlight for her soul. She imagines the atoms dancing in the dark, a slow, silent waltz, rotating, glowing. Her breathing slows down, matching the rhythm of the imaginary light. In, out, in, out. The weight of the quilt holds her safe. The rain outside is just a whisper now. The blue light guides her down, deeper and deeper, into the discovery of sleep.